Hi, today I'm going to share with you how my signal service performed this week, as well as give you an update on the challenge I have for my channel at the end of the video, and show you some of my analysis on the Forex pairs that I follow. So let's dive in. Hello there and welcome to the Forex Collective. My name is Brian and I am a full-time Forex trader who left his 9-to-5 job a few years ago. I upload tutorials on Forex and upload weekly analysis like this one to my YouTube channel. So if you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button now so you don't miss out. I also have a subscription service that I run, so if you're interested, please leave a comment below or find my email in my about description on my YouTube channel. So without further delay, let's dive into the charts and show you what's happening. Okay, let's start with Australia and New Zealand. A lot of these I'm just going to skip over quickly. Let's go right into Australia dollar. So where we left off with, we had a trade that didn't go in our favor. We only lost half of our position though because we moved up our stop. So now we're just waiting for further confirmation that price is going to reverse. It is hitting this pretty big trend line, so we're just kind of waiting that price is going to pull back in or the price is going to break out and maybe do a breakout. So we're just kind of in a holding pattern right now. JPY I'm not going to touch on right now, or I'm not going to touch on this. And the only way I would probably look at trading this is if it came down here and did like a bullish candle formation. Okay, so this one I believe price is going to come down, complete a possible wolf wave. What I want to narrow down to is we did place a pending on this trade to try and get triggered. So price came up, touched this trend line, came up with this 4-hour bearish engulfing bar. We placed, we were going to place a pending at the 618 like we normally do, like so. However, you can see that the risk reward comes all the way down to 2.2, so it's getting quite low, lower than I like to take. So I thought, okay, let's see, let's just place it higher at the 776 fib, and then we can see our risk reward goes up to 4.5, which is fine by me. However, this trade did not trigger, and it wouldn't have triggered our 618 anyway, so we didn't get filled, but that's okay. We'll just find the next one with it. Okay, so here is a trade that we were in up until this morning. So you can see that price did this big 12-hour bearish engulfing bar. So then we placed an entry. We were going to try to do an entry like at the 50% level. However, what happened was price came, touched that 50 level. Oh no, we were going for the 618 level. Price came, touched the 50 level, made a bearish engulfing bar. And so I thought, okay, price isn't going to come back up, so let's try that strategy on this bar. So we entered, this is our enter right here. And so, you know, what did we do? Well, to start off, if we go down to the 1 hour, I believe, I can't remember exactly where, somewhere in here, the FOMC meeting came out. We moved our stops up to here, price just kept coming down, and then price came out, almost took our stop out because we ended up moving it to break even, almost took us out of the trade, turned around just in time. If you can see, I sent out this possible price action from this point right here. So I was going to say, okay, price broke out. Price is either going to retrace up until this zone and come down. If it doesn't do that, then it's going to come up, hit this zone here. And so it came up, touched the zone, and went straight down. And then right in this area, price broke out of this trend line. This was right when they were going to announce the jobs report this morning. So then I said, okay, let's kind of reduce risk. These specific job reports once a month can move price quite a bit. So we originally moved the stop here. We ended up getting stopped out. I noticed this trend line after. So as soon as that happened, I gave the alert, re-enter at the exact same position so we don't lose anything extra, but move your stop up. Just to give it some space to breathe. My stop was a little close for comfort. And so we did that. Well, price came up and went, well, straight up as soon as we did those changes. So it wasn't all bad. Price went, almost took our whole position, would have taken our whole position out. Instead, because we moved our stops up, we got out at this point. And so including a little bit that we lost extra here, we came out ahead 1.5 risk to reward, and I'll show that at the end. So right now our strategy is to possibly look for another short. Price will probably come up. I'm thinking it's going to make a double top and then come down, but we shall see. Pound dollar. Okay, so here is one. So we were already in this one, just to recap, because of this 12-hour candle. We came, price retraced to the 618. I was unsure about entering it because of a few other things, and then I finally said, you know what, let's enter. It's looking very bearish. To be honest, it's actually still looking bearish. However, that report kind of messed with us today. And one thing to note was when we did enter, we saw this ABCDE triangle forming. So that's kind of why I said, okay, let's enter. And if price breaks out past there, well, we're kind of in trouble. If price falls from there, then things are probably looking good. So price almost hit the circle. We were already in, came down as we forecast. Price was down here when the jobs report was going to come out, so I put the stop right above it. And well, price spiked up because of the jobs report and took out our position. However, we came out slightly ahead, I think 0.3 or 0.4 risk to reward. So we're just going to watch. We're just going to see what happens right now and clean this up a bit and go from there. It's probably still going to come down. However, it didn't really break this area very convincingly. It came back up, so we're just in a waiting pattern. Okay, a lot of these I'm just going to gloss over. Glossing over. So this is the trade that we did take that we ended up losing out on. And of course, as soon as we got stopped out, well, price turned around. So we're just going to keep an eye on that for any opportunity. Okay, so if I zoom out here, a wolf wave just completed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with this nice tunneling. So we're looking at a long entry. So if I zoom in, a couple wolf waves are forming. Let me break it down even further on a 15-minute. So we can see this black geo just completed. One, a little messy, 2, 3. Oh, that's actually not a geo, I just noticed. That's a Gulf example. So if we look at the pink one did complete 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Price is coming down. We're looking at entry somewhere around this area. I have an alert and a stop. And the reason why we're looking at this one is because basically totally because of the wolf wave. Let me just draw one thing. I just want to see a possible fib. Okay, so we're looking at a very, very, very deep retracement to the 0.112 area. And if that happens, we're looking at an extremely high risk to reward, I think about 20. So we're just gonna come down. We have our pendings placed and we have our target somewhere around here. So we have our pending out. We're just gonna see what is happening. Just to touch on DXY, which is going to affect, a lot of the USD pairs, especially the pound and euro. price is holding at this trend line, so I wouldn't be surprised to see it bounce and take off. All right, so there's our analysis. I'm just going to throw up two tables. The first table is showing our performance to date. So let me just take a quick look. We placed about eight or nine trades, and we're up about 5.8 risk to reward. So you can see the color grading. Deep red is a full loss, kind of half red is a partial loss, halfish green is or light green is a partial win, and well, a deep green is a full win as we planned. So the other graph shows our win rate. So how I calculate win rate is because we manage our stop loss, every loss that we have isn't a full loss. So it shouldn't count as a full losing trade either. So I add all of those little ones together because they still count as losses. So if you do that, they add up to negative 2.2. So I round that to 3. So I say we lost 3 trades that month. And then with the winners, we won about 4 or 5. So our win rate is about 50 or 60%. So kind of exactly what we anticipate. Overall, I'd say January was a good month for us. Like I said, we kind of shoot 30 to 50 risk to reward. So a 5 RR every month would bring us to 60. So I wouldn't be surprised to have a lower month and vice versa. It's all going to average out over the full 12 months. So to talk about our challenge, so showing what we risked and the profit and losses, we are up 29% for the month. One thing I just noticed was that USDZAR trade that I just put out, we're actually just going to do half a position on that. So you can see we're just risking 250 because it's such a large risk reward. It's a little riskier than usual, I would say, the trades I take. So we're just going to do half a position and just kind of see what happens. So that's my analysis for the week. And one note, I ordered some lights and tripods to shoot a little different scenes. So I'm not going to do any tutorials for a few days until that comes from Amazon. So make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will see you early next week.